Hello, everybody out in the podcast realm.
Hello.
We are here for another episode of Ed Tide to Listen. Well, I like to say this episode's probably going to get a little serious, little political in a sense. But in a poke fun, dark humor kind of way-ish. It's going to be short. The only reason why I bring it up because I got into a... Matt kind of already knows when I text him.
Oh, we're covering this. Okay.
Yeah.
So he hasn't prepped me for this episode. There's no Google Doc or anything that we're going off of. He just said, we'll cover this at some other point. So, and I was like, for like the day, I was just like sitting, I was like, I don't understand how we would have gotten on this subject or why he's arguing about this online. But we'll see what happens.
But before we get into that, how about a top 40, I don't know why it's, no, it is probably 45, but at least top late night anime that was a huge success that when made into an anime.
Oh, sure.
Tied for 9th, Spy Family and Attack on Titan.
Okay. I thought that would have... As soon as... okay, sure.
As soon as it made it into an anime.
Okay. It got super popular. Okay.
So, yeah, Spy Family, I could definitely see. Attack on Titan, definitely.
I mean, yeah, obviously that was already mega popular, so...
7th, Oshi no Ko.
Okay, sure. Sure.
Number 7, Gintama.
I do wonder if the popularity of the Gintama anime increased the popularity of the manga. Because, like, I feel like that was mega popular beforehand. But I don't know. What do I know? I would have to. I'd be interested to see the data on some of this.
6, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
You know, I wonder if that's the updated version.
Yeah, that's kind of my issue with some of these stuff. Is like everyone's like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and it's like, okay, which of the fucking 6 are we talking about?
Well,
like,
no, because they did the abridged. I remember the abridged of JoJo.
Yep.
And then when I saw the updated HD version, I'm like, oh, okay, so they just updated the thing of it. So you got to wonder which one this is.
Yeah, that's why it's really fucking annoying when they don't specify.
Number 5th place, the Quintessential Quintuplets.
Oh yeah, that one got very popular because of it.
Number 4, Demon Slayer.
Okay, sure, I could see that.
I don't. I really don't.
Really?
No, because on TikTok I'm still getting likes for it. Did I tell you about this?
Oh, maybe.
Where somebody's watching the scene where, you know, oh boy blows up the mansion with Muse in there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And she was like, "Oh wow, I can't sit." And I put a comment on her like her, "Oh wow, I can't believe he did that." I mean, and then under that, it's like manga use. Oh shit, they use slow mo on this. Oh,
it's like holy shit, they use slow mo.
They use slow mo. Like we knew that was happening.
Yeah.
And then another one where I think it was also on TikTok and on Reddit was spoiler. You know, it's like, you know, there was something this, and then somebody commented like, "Well, why not put a spoiler warning?" I'm like, dude, it's been over for 5 years.
It's over, yeah.
The statute of limitation is gone.
Yeah, no, my absolute opinion on like spoilers, if you're looking at a 5-year-old plus property, it's kind of your fault for still looking into memes and stuff about it at this point, because all bets are off, honestly.
Yeah. There was another one a while back. I wish I did something about it to take the... So anyway, there was the poster for Infinity Castle, and it had and then right next to it had the Endgame, Avengers Endgame, and they had Stark and the insect lady.
Oh yeah, whatever her fucking name is.
Yeah, in the exact same spots, circled, and it's like, I know where this is going. And in my mind, I'm like, you're missing a few circles there, bud. You're missing a few circles there.
There's a handful of circles.
Like you're missing
There's a couple circles.
All right. Number 3, Lucky Star.
I can see that. Yeah.
Number 2, Laid Back Camp.
Yep, that massively increased the popularity of several things. I think we've talked about it in a very, very previous episode of like Japan saw an increase in fall and winter camping reservations after that show aired. So much like how after I believe it was Slam Dunk aired or started getting published, the amount of people playing basketball increased by like 200% or something like that.
Probably went back down.
Oh yeah, 100% it went back down, but they haven't had a good basketball anime or show in a while. That's all volleyball.
Is it? I mean, other than
the big one right now, Haikyuu is volleyball. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
But isn't that's done? I believe.
Yeah, but that's like the last big sports thing besides like Yuri on Ice or something like that or whatever. But
like currently,
just like in general, like that had like a cultural impact. Yuri on Ice didn't last very long, but
I would say Blue Lock, but I mean, it's everybody plays football.
Yeah, everyone there does.
So yeah, number one, The Temptation of 2D. I think it's supposed to be 2D dimensions. But wait, no, 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 dimension. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's the cosplay one of who, for anyone wondering, what's it fucking called? 2.5 dimension seduction or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is the actual title on this fucking piece of shit? I like the manga, but I fucking hate the. Give me the alternative title. I don't care about it. It's Romanji. Whatever. It's the point. It's the cosplay one that got as much hype as My Dress Up Darling. So, yeah, that one I can see. Not a lot of people knew about that, and then the anime hit, and everyone's like, "Wow, this is great!" And everyone's like, "You can just go read the manga and get like way more fan service because that's like the entire point." And everyone's like,
I'm down with that.
Yeah. As soon as the Milfy teacher's like, I cosplay as Succubus all the time, I was like, you're going to ruin the shit out of this, aren't you, anime? And it was okay. And I was like, all right, sweet. We can go back and I can just read the printed version and be like, yes, the Gooner material. It's here.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it dying.
I just picked up another one. We'll do this real quick. Favorite cup noodle ranking, 1 to 8.
Oh, let's fucking go.
So this is 8th place. Light and delicious cup noodle curry.
Like basic, but okay.
Cup noodles.
Just basic. The generic brand or the generic of the generic. Okay.
Yeah, these are all by Nissan, by the way.
Okay.
But also tied for 8th. Cup noodles, spicy noodles.
I'm surprised that's not higher, honestly.
7th, light and delicious cup noodles.
Okay. So like a lighter version of it.
6th, cilantro fragrant tom yum con.
Okay. Sure. Cilantro. Heavy cilantro.
Number 5, cup noodle European cheese curry.
I'm going to need someone to explain what that means. I've never seen that brand on any shelf at any Asian market I've gone to. Or that flavor is what I should say. Okay, sure. Why not?
European cheese.
European cheese curry. Okay.
4th, cup noodle chili tomato.
Okay, I could fuck with that.
Number 3, just regular didn't we? Curry?
No, that was light and light.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so curry is up there. Sure. I can see that.
Number 2, seafood noodle.
Okay.
And number 1, original cup noodle.
Original ass cup noodle. Boo. All right. Yeah.
Cup noodle.
Yes. Isn't cup noodle on there twice?
No, it's the light and delicious. Oh wait, no. It's tied for 8th. It's the black one. It's like the black band one.
Oh, I don't know what the difference between those would be then.
Oh, I don't know either. Well, it's on Amazon. We got this picture source from Amazon, so let me pop on over there.
I don't think I'm desperate enough in my life to order cup noodle in bulk from Amazon.
Well, eventually you're gonna have to.
I'll just go to the Asian market. They're like always cheap.
Which one?
any of them.
Anyone?
Yeah.
Have you gone to the one in the new one in Crystal?
No, I have not. I just have no reason to be in Crystal, so I haven't gone.
Fair enough.
I heard it's decent, so
I popped in there. Everything was kind of cleared out as far as the food section goes. So.
Sure. I haven't been to there's an Asian mall by my work that's just got like a thing that I kind of want to go to.
Or where to go? Let's see. Search Google Lens. Let's just do that. That might be easier. All right. There we go. Well, it's definitely in stock in Amazon Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just says cup noodle, and it won't give me a freaking... Okay, forget it. I lost interest. But anyway, it's like the black band of cup noodle by Nissan. But anyway, number one is the original cup noodle. Okay, so main event time. So recently, I would say about 13 days ago, recently, depending on how you're perceived of time. I, on Reddit, as usual, sometimes I like to stir things up. Well, not really stir things up.
Just go against the grain now and then.
Sure, but with, I want to say good intentions. Let's just say.
Man says, let's just say.
Chaos neutral.
Chaotic neutral.
Chaotic neutral.
Chaos for the sake of chaos.
So there was a post on Femboy Memes. As you know, this is kind of a Femboy, I'm going to say love, but a good enjoyment of Femboys.
Yeah.
I think that's a good...
Yeah, we've done the full Femboy rack thing. We often don't have anything negative to say about Femboys outside of just the TikTok videos are all the fucking same and so boring. Yeah. Some of them are very cringe though, but we got through it.
Yeah.
We got through it. We got through one. We're one for two, boys.
I didn't want to click on that. I didn't want that one. Go back. So, on Femboy Memes, there was a post that said, the original post was, people who DM me, it's like some buff dude in the gym.
Yeah, sure.
And then some old guy. And then below that says, people who I want to DM me.
Who I want to DM me. Yeah.
It's obviously Femboys.
Yeah.
And then below, one of the comments was, yeah, my DM requests are either lovely compliments, and then parentheses, that I'm too shy to reply to, or chasers and obvious creeps, and then another in parentheses. One look at their profiles and you get an idea of what they're after.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always really nervous about replying because I know the kinds of people that are out there, but at the same time, I don't really know anyone in real life, IRL.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, who I can really be myself around. I replied, what's wrong with chasers?
Sure.
And then somebody replied to me, would you enjoy random people sending you dick pics and just being creeps? I replied, the question wasn't answered.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't answered.
Nothing is random when it comes to social media. And I said that's
yeah.
at least 99% of the time. something was said / or pic posted to warrant a response.
Yeah.
There are outliers. Yes. They, in quotations, are only creeps because that person doesn't find them attractive. Very true. And depending on the person, yes, they would enjoy getting dick pics sent to them, that's their thing.
People are freaky.
Yeah. It's a shotgun method. You can't. Oh, I forgot. Hit the pole. It was supposed to say you can't hit the pole if you don't throw the rock.
Yeah.
I forgot to hit the hit. And then somebody replied to me. Wait, hold on. No. Okay. And then somebody replied to me. I have to go back. Oh, it was removed. Son of a bitch. Fuck you. Damn. That sucks. Yeah.
I guarantee I can find this thread here in like 2 seconds. So it was like a week ago?
2.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. I can't really... He replied to me, but it was deleted.
Sure.
But then I replied to that guy. It's hard to date in general for men. I don't know your definition of masculinity is, but yeah. Why would a gay man go for an effeminate man? That's the reason why I texted you.
Okay.
In quotes, cheaper women. He said something about cheaper women because why straight or bi man goes for femboys because they're cheaper women.
Sure. Okay.
It would be a lot. This explanation would be a lot easier if that post wasn't deleted. But anyway, in quotation, cheaper women need some explaining on that one. It's in a male's nature to pass on his seed unless he really does want kids. I think the reason why bi men go towards women is probably because men can't get more refined / distinguished as we get older. And they like feminine traits. I think it's the same way for femboys wanting other femboys. We all get older, looks fade. Unless you're on hormones, he's not sticking around. If he wanted to go out with a guy, he would have gone out with a guy. So I think I remember while I'm reading this is it's because the initial reply was bi men as they get older go for women because, like I said,
sure,
because they want to get married and everything. Like, well, yeah, true, but like I said, as men we get, get more redefined or refined. Hence why a lot of sex, every year the sex man is always over 40 type of thing.
Sure.
So, yeah, and then after a while, I respond to him back in orderly response. One of the reasons why lesbians are fine with tomboys, in quotes, is because the amount of masculinity they give off. However, divorce rate says women don't like women, femboys as a sex things. Well, everything is a fetish. Femboys are not the exception. When you have posts that says, I want to be filled, I wish that was me, or constantly showing thigh pics or of the sort, can you blame guys that want to hit it and quit it? Yes, I know that's not all femboys, hence the shotgun metaphor. I thought I made the point about femboys wanting femboys not working out in the long run. When I said go out with a guy, I don't mean male, female. I mean just your average looking male walking the street. If that femboy you're dating starts looking like that while still wearing feminine clothes, I believe that's called twink death, and why men leave for women or younger femboy. That saying, boys make the, in quotes, boys make the best girlfriends, has some truth to it. Steve Harvey has a book called Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. That comes to mind when I hear that. So, as a fanboy, you know what I mean, what want because you are one. If I was a fanboy, I probably wouldn't go out with a straight down the middle bi man because of the reasons you gave. Instead, go for the one that are more geared towards femininity, and if you want the relationship going, not saying it's a must, but maybe get on HRT and transition is the way to go. I don't know. I don't know anybody or read anything that said on why I left my femboy boyfriend. I can ask when, then that's when. And then update, and then he's not the type, don't want to deal with all that.
Sure.
And that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much the context of this kind of thing that we're going into now.
Sure.
So
I think I understand the whole point being made.
Yeah, so the title, as you clicked on it, the Femboy Paradox. For femboys trying to get into a relationship, obviously, truly, I know what you truly want is to date other femboys, but what exactly is the end game, kind of, so to speak? Like, I know, is your brother older than you? I don't.
Yeah, he's 4 years older than I am.
Okay, so I know you asked him. Like, I don't know. Did you ask him that day?
No, I didn't ask him that day. But there's just like a conversation that has just randomly showed up either from just being in his presence or like one of his other friends or something like that. So,
and I think one of the reasons, I want to go out with other femboys is I'm assuming they're both gay, and with your brother, I'm pretty sure that conversation was asked and then he answered and that was it, right?
Yeah, it was literally just why don't you date more feminine men? And his, he doesn't get super deep into it because it's not that deep with him. It's literally just they're not his type. That's it.
Yeah,
nothing to do with some biological, whatever, deep emotional trauma issues or whatever the fuck we want to try and point to. He has a type. If you look at his dating history, it's a very obvious type. He likes dark skinned, taller than him, very buff, men. That's kind of his. That's his go-to with 5 o'clock shadow at with 5 o'clock shadow at 2 o'clock. That's what he enjoys.
Okay.
But then I also know a coworker of mine who I love very dearly. He loves twinks, loves them. So I kind of have both spectrums of individuals that I deal with as far as that community is concerned.
Right. So So you gotta wonder, the argument I was trying to have, I want to say it's argument, just, pointing out observations, theories, so to speak, I guess.
Sure.
So, if femboys want to go out with other femboys, or why don't they?
I don't know. Without looking at data, my general observation or idea would be, tends to be when you're presenting yourself as a femboy or in the femboy culture, you tend to be on the more submissive side of things. So that's why you're not. Have you seen that meme of it's the two the two ladies sitting in bed and they're covering their face, both embarrassed, and they're and they were both bottoms. Like that.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those situations of if a bottom and a bottom meet, someone has to top, but if no one wants to, then what do you do? Type situation.
Yeah. And I saw the same argument where, I've seen somebody, not all femboys are bottoms.
Yeah, absolutely. There's, I think even in one of the TikTok videos they made a joke about that, I've seen when the Republican National Convention comes into town and I get to top the closeted gay man or something like that. I've seen shit like that, from a femboy perspective. So yeah, obviously not all femboys, are bottoms, but that tends to be the stereotype or the way, or at least from my experience with the handful that I did know, was very much the situation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then another, that based on my responses was it's why don't you go out for the chasers? It's yes.
And some of them do. I guarantee some of them do. And, that's this thing. Some people just want to get fucked and part ways, and then some people don't enjoy that, situation. Some people don't want the random dick pics in their fucking DMs all the time.
Well, I get that. Trust me, I've got it. I didn't ask for it.
I opened up like Twitter for the first time in forever, and it was like 4 bots of like, hey. I was like, okay, fuck off. And then it was just a dick pic from someone. I was like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, why?
I mean, yeah, believe me, trust me, I've gotten that only because, anyway.
Yeah.
Point is,
I mean, it is also one of those things of like, yeah, sure, you didn't ask for them, but if you prevent overtly sexual like TikToks or Instagram posts and post flirty comments or like flirty descriptions or everything like that, it is this social media paradox of, yeah, you're not asking for it, but you are, in a sense, inviting that behavior into your space. Yeah. And that's just kind of one thing you have to deal with. Like, do you get mad over every single dick pic, or do you just go, oh, look, another one, and then just, like, block and move on, or, whatever the situation is. So, I think it's more nuanced than, is it bad, is it good, is it something that you should expect, or, whatever. But, yeah, I don't know. I see the points that you were making, and I just like don't engage with most people on Reddit anymore because they're boring.
Yeah,
but it's definitely one of those things of like. I'll let you talk, and then I'll see if I can word my.
And then there was the comments like I'm going out with the Femboys. Pretty much going out with a throuple or being in a throuple, because Femboys being that quote unquote unicorn with the bi guy and the girl, and then they get older, and then he drops the Femboy because all right, now I want the kid, family and everything like that, and the Femboy's stuck. Probably past twink death.
Yeah, probably past twink death. Yeah, and that's something I would like to see legitimate data on, people in that situation of the feminine men in the relationship with, the male-female whole situation. I would actually be very interested to see real-world data on that.
Well, I can't really give you statistic numbers, but I know what happens to them. And you want to know where they go? FetLife. They go to FetLife. So if you're a femboy, trust me, I have so many motherfuckers every time I'm looking for like a femboy.
Sure.
Because either A, Minnesota is just horrible when it comes to, finding anybody.
Okay.
Or that's pretty much it. Honestly, I thought I had the second one. Maybe that was the second one. But yeah. After twink death, it's pretty much FetLife. Like if you're 40, there's so many 40, 50 and up think, want to be topped by anybody, honestly.
Sure.
So, that's twink death. And I guess adult setting. Technically, you're an adult, but you like get the point.
The older adult thing.
You get what I'm saying. That's twink death. Hence. So if you want, so that's why the hints go for the chaser. Maybe he's that one dude that don't mind you looking like whatever when you get older.
Mm-hmm.
Or the comment I made, I said, maybe go on hormones.
Sure.
Because, with hormones, hey, at least you're getting that estrogen that makes you more...
at least you're kind of going in that more...
at least you'll have some feminine appearance.
Yeah, more feminine appearance.
When you get older versus non-hormone, you just... All right, now you're just a dude.
Yeah, that's kind of got a cute face, and
you
stayed thin. Thin and fit through your life. So.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, other than that, there's no reason to get mad from this and that because some chasers want to get with you. Yes, chasers either do want to legitimate want to get with you, or they want hit it and quit it.
Yeah,
you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't.
And if like the whole situation comes down to like, what's wrong with chases or anything like that. My peak thing is that they're just annoying. Like that's like the main thing is that they're just kind of fucking obnoxious. But yeah, after a point, you know what the chaser wants. They either
Right.
desperately or not. I won't say desperate. They're just shooting their shot and seeing what happens to multiple people because wider net catches more fish.
Yeah.
Or they're just horny as fuck and they just want to get laid, and you kind of already know that. So like, there's nothing to really get mad at because you kind of agreed to it.
Right. So I mean,
you've seen what type of person they are based off that first interaction, basically.
Yeah, and I'm like, honestly, I think they should just, I wouldn't say fully entertain, but maybe you should. I mean, if you're constantly complaining about, oh, I want to be in a relationship and everything like that, maybe you should, maybe not, like I said, not fully entertain, but maybe you should entertain. Not the dick pics coming in, but at least, like, hey, how's it go? Obviously more into it than, hey, how's it going type.
Yeah, and I guess there could be problems both ways in, either pursuing or not pursuing that. I don't think that's the right answer in that situation. So
no, hence the paradox.
If you're legitimately complaining about like, oh, I wish I was in a relationship and blah 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 blah. And then like, yeah, you have to put in the effort, and like, yeah, sometimes you have to sift through the shit, i.e., some chasers, to get something. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. It is a paradox, unfortunately. There's just not much you can do about it.
Fuck that slide. Fuck that slide. Oh. But yeah, yeah, it's just insane. I mean, you'd be surprised. Like going back to FetLife, man. Just, I swear to God, man, I legitimately hate FetLife now.
Oh yeah,
I really do. People do not read
like descriptions or.
Well,
anything.
no, I mean, I put an ad out, for like I said, for Femboys,
sure,
just in, whatever. I'm like, hey, if it happens, it happens. The amount of motherfuckers that just do not read the descriptions for what I'm looking for.
Sure,
it's like.
Isn't that like always a fucking issue on like any app and basically any community though? Like,
no.
Like even just fucking selling on like Facebook Market or like Craigslist, you just get dumb motherfuckers who just don't fucking read anything. So like I can imagine.
Yeah.
With like you would, because like if you find FetLife, you kind of have an idea of what it is already, and you kind of should have an idea of the expectations of you as a user going into it. And the fact that people still don't read like doesn't shock me. But it's also very, very silly to me.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, because I specifically put on there, or no, I did that. I did an update on it because after the first wave, I shouldn't call it a wave. It's more like a meh.
Yeah.
But anyway, after like one response, like this dude was like, "Oh, are you calling in Richfield?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, you're 50." So then I had to come back on and like, I didn't respond to him.
Yeah, sure.
But and then like I had to update him like, please don't contact me if you're older than me or close to it.
Sure.
Motherfucker, still
do it.
Still did it. I'm like, nope.
No.
This, I mean, quite honestly, if you are a male between the ages of probably 30 to 40, yeah, I wouldn't go on FetLife.
Sure.
Honestly, unless you're packing, or you're in the gym like 24/7.
Sure.
I mean, I'm talking just fucking ripped.
Just fucking
like
fucking jack bricked up.
I mean, if you're fit or packing or both, you're golden no matter what age you are, honestly.
Sure.
But I mean, if you're 30 and you're in decent shape and average size, yeah. Unless you want to fuck old dudes. I'm like, if that's your thing, then have at it.
Sure.
I mean, honestly, there's no single women on there. I mean, there are.
I was saying, I'm pretty sure
there are, but it's. I mean, on their thing, they're saying, I don't want to be a unicorn or whatever like this and that and that. The only ones, and then there's couples.
I imagine there's quite a few couples on there.
Oh, there's a fucking ton. There's a ton. And I know that's your bag, but honestly, I just cannot. I don't know why you want to see a girl get dug out. I know that's your thing. That's what FetLife's there for.
I want to watch my wife get fucked by another man. It's like, why are we here? How is this attractive? I don't get it.
I don't know. I get the concept.
I get the concept.
But
I've had it explained to me multiple times.
But
still don't get it. I don't even understand how you discover that kink, honestly.
Yeah, I really don't.
I don't. So, yeah.
But yeah, but anyway, yeah, so that's kind of my take on the Femboy Paradox. If you got this far, drop a comment, because now there's comments on YouTube, and drop it on there.
Yep.
What you think, because you can't really do it on the actual podcast.
Yeah, the app or whatever.
Yeah, so.
I mean, some of them leave ratings, but I don't think we're on any of the important ones.
No, that's the Libertarians, the company name. No. Anyway, point is, yeah, now it's posted on YouTube. You can actually drop comments on it. Yeah, we're still trying to get that 10,000. I mean, we could lower it, but
no, we're not lowering that
we
shit.
Lower it.
Yes, anyone wondering, we have a Femboy React video where at the end we said if we get 10,000 likes on it, I have to. What do I have to do? I have to
put you in a maid outfit.
Yeah, maid outfit. That's. I have to shave my legs. I don't want to shave.
No, man, you don't have to go that far.
Awesome. Yeah, so 10,000 likes. We put Mr. Matt in a maid outfit. It'll never happen, but it's there. I'm also not going to tell you which one, so we get more views.
No, we'll do it on each one we react to. Relax, it's not going to happen.
I know, it'll never happen.
But I mean, next time we do, I'll have a list on what we'll, because we're degenerates, and
sure.
We'll have different things depending on how many likes. We'll do.
We'll do different things.
Yeah.
10,000, we put them in a maid outfit.
Yeah.
15,000.
No, I mean, if I could get in the gym, I also thought about doing, like, you know, if you want a femboy body, you know, this is what you do.
The femboy workout.
Femboy workout. But that will only work
really funny
at the next con, probably next year or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, that way I'll have better access to the gym, at least. If there's a con going on, at least we know what's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, so yeah, that's about it. We're about to play some TCG action going on.
Which fucking gold.
Yeah, so till then,